Achieve success on the court to start the season and success off the court. It must be nice knowing that the club's wanted and valued and we have that corporate partnership.
Absolutely. I think it's testament to the people that have put a lot of hard work into where this club is today. Also, we're coming up to round 3 and to be sitting, undefeated with a draw and one win, it's great success on the court. But I think the real success is with the people who've put in that hard work and got us to the position we're in. And to have a new sponsor on board is fantastic for us as players, but also for a club in its foundation year.
And such a big, successful company that employs so many people Australia-wide, it's nice that there is that support there.
Yeah, and I think one of their values is about community and about that focus, and I think it's something that we're very strong about as a club, that we know that we can't do this alone and that we need the community behind us, and hopefully they'll be proud of us, and likewise we're going to be proud of this new sponsor, and hopefully it's a partnership that will grow over the years. And I know they do a lot of work out in regional areas, and for us it's all about getting out regionally, particularly within this area in the Sunshine Coast. So I think it's a perfect fit, and we're definitely very excited to have them on board and fill up that lovely space on our beautiful dresses.
And the dress looks great, doesn't it?
The dress looks great, it feels great, and I think that's probably one of the main things when you step out on court. You want to feel good, you want to look good, and everything else will just fall into place. And we've been training really hard, so it's just excited that it's all actually coming together now.
Absolutely. On the road interstate this weekend, what's the vibe been like at training, the general thought after a big win over the Vixens, who beat us twice in pre-season? How's the group feeling ahead of the Thunderbirds on Sunday?
Yeah, obviously it's still early days for us. We're looking to build with each game that we step out on court, but I think Thunderbirds obviously coming off a bit of a loss last week, and I think you can never underestimate a team. They seem to put a lot into place in that week lead up, so we're expecting a really tough encounter. We know the Adelaide crowd are very parochial with their enjoyment and their entertainment and supporting their home team, so expecting it to be an absolute cracker of a game at Priceline Stadium. And for our girls, we're just really looking forward to putting, I guess, what we've put into practice throughout the week, training, and making sure that we keep improving from each game that we step out. It's a long season. We want to make sure that we're peaking at the right end.
You don't win a comp in February, March, but you don't want to lose too early on and fall behind. So it's a nice position to be in, but like you said, you won't be taking the Thunderbirds lightly.
No, not at all. And they've got some great experience. They've got quite a few of my fellow countrywomen playing for them. So they're a team that have actually come together quite well. And I really respect Dan Ryan as a coach, and I think he's doing a great job with that team. So I think it's going to be all about us making sure we focus on what we need to do and that we take the outcomes out of that game that we need to. It's going to be our first interstate game, so there's going to be a lot of new things, and I guess a lot of things that we need to work on as a team and experience for the first time. But I think that's the beauty of this competition, and that we're growing not only as a club but as players, and I guess just establishing that relationship and what it's like to be on the road.
They have, a few internationals from England who you know well. Does that help you prepare and perhaps the team prepare, knowing what they're capable of and what they do?
Yeah, we will take a little look at obviously their individual players that they've got, and obviously I have a bit more intel on the English players, but I think the main focus is on ourselves, and that we're really establishing those combinations, and we're really just putting into practice what we've been training hard with. I think you can look so much on the other team, but at the end of the day it's all about what you do, and I guess just building for that consistency. For us it's been about our starts and making sure that we come off that first whistle raring to go, and making sure that we don't give that deficit away on the scoreboard.
Standing here now, it's hard to believe, but Lightning's the shortest team in the competition. Thunderbird's the tallest.
Wow.
Surely there's more to it than that, though. I mean, what do you see the danger being when you head to Adelaide?
It's quite funny you mention height, because I'm the 5th tallest in my team as well, and I used to think that I was very tall. I think definitely height is an asset in this game, but you can't underestimate the nippy players out on court as well. And I think for us it is just going to be about the first time we're travelling away as a team, the first time we're coming up against a parochial opposition crowd, and just how we deal with those kind of pressures. So I think that's probably going to be our toughest challenge, and so it really comes down to ourselves.
How important is it to get away as a group, though? I mean, it must be nice to get out of that environment and spend time together. I suppose it would help with bonding.
Yeah, for me personally, and with previous teams, you actually feel a lot tighter, and that bond is definitely a lot stronger when you're away, because you move as one, and you just solidify those units away from court, and so they sort of transfer onto the court as well. So actually really excited for this away game. It's not too far to travel, and I think it'll be good for us just to iron out all the different things that we need to do and make sure that we get used to travelling, and just use that to our strength.
You mentioned the scoreboard, you mentioned getting off to a quick start before. Obviously the first couple of games, that hasn't happened on the scoreboard, but if you come back, quick enough in the second quarter, is it really a problem? Or?
It's not a problem, but I think it would be nice to actually start off well and then just be able to really, I guess, finish off teams even before half time. We know these competitions are so tough now, and each team is bringing so much quality that I think every game's going to be a tough contest. And for us to put ourselves on a back foot, I think is probably not the best start. But the fact that we are able to, I guess, push out, particularly after half time, and hopefully start to finish teams off is definitely an asset, and one that we look to try and improve throughout the season and throughout all our games.
Can fans sort of expect to see any other different types of combinations this week?
I'd like to think so. I think Knowles has done a fantastic job in the off-season with selecting the team. We've got so much diversity back there and throughout all areas of our court, from our attack end, mid-court and in defence. So I think it really depends potentially what opposition we come up against, what combinations will work well against, I guess, just eliminating different team styles of play. And I think that's one thing that's really exciting that our fans and supporters can get behind, that I think there's going to be a lot of depth and strength within our team, and you will see a lot of combinations out on court, which is exciting.